This show is for entertainment purposes only. Do not mistake this show for medical advice. If you or anyone you know is in need of a dentist, please contact 480-391-0099 to set up an appointment.
Welcome to our podcast. Sit back and relax. Dental Works Podcast. We're gonna share some facts. We gonna raise your dental IQ at the Dental Works Podcast. We will guide you. Put out some bad jokes before we are through. Free information here just for you. Sit back and have a good time.
Today is March the 1st, and this is episode number 113 of the Dental Works Podcast, the show about learning the ins and outs of dentistry from a patient's perspective. I'm Ted Work, and that over there is Dr. Terry Work.
Peace out.
Dental Works is a family dental practice based in Scottsdale, Arizona that has been providing a cosmetic and surgical dentistry for over 27 and a half years.
You missed some comedy gold.
We did it perfect the first time, and now
he forgot to push one of the red buttons.
we can only hope that it goes perfect one time,
Anyway.
and so messing it up the second time
No
is
worries.
not out of brand. But
What I
you were talking about
started
Aqua
to
Crossings, is that
Aqua
correct?
Crossings is a company run by a friend of ours, Matthew Mansour.
Ooh, you want to try that again? It took you a second.
Matthew Mansour.
I just thought you were going to say Matt, and then you changed
Matt
to Hugh. You're like, Matt to the Hugh.
Matt Hugh. Anyway, he owns a company that does water cremation for pets, and my brother's dog just passed away. I don't know if I told you that. Yeah.
Which dog is this? It's been there's been a lot of dogs. Steve's had a lot of dogs.
Right.
I am out of the loop on the dog name.
So the
which one
dog,
was
first of all, was 17 years old.
Holy! Is this Titan?
Marley.
Oh,
Wait, I think it was Marley.
okay.
I'm going to have to look
That's a
at it.
good long time for
Yeah,
a
but
pupper.
yeah, for the dog. Anyway.
It's a golden?
It,
Is that right? Is it
no,
golden? No.
he was something else.
Lab?
But just a really, lucky dog.
He was a good dog, you're saying?
Oh, yeah.
A good boy? A good boy?
I know.
You're looking through Facebook.
Marley.
I recently friended you on Facebook with my business account, and I was
You
looking-
have a Facebook account?
Yeah, I have a business account, and I recently friended you, and I was looking through your photos, and there's some funny photos in there. They're just making me laugh.
So
Anyway,
back to Marley. Yeah, Marley is their 17-year-old dog that passed away, I want to say yesterday. So sorry about that. That's a bummer. Anyway, the guy gave the lecture today, gave a 10-minute talk, and like 10 of the girls were crying like multiple times as he's talking about what they do. So anyway, we're giving introductions to our apartment complex and to our veterinarian clinic and all that kind of stuff, just in case somebody
they have a lot of
needs it.
pet deaths at your apartment complex.
Well, the average age of our apartment complex is 97. There is an ambulance there every 2 days.
What about the average age of the pets? Because I don't think that they do.
142
human. That checks out.
in dog years, but there's lots of pets. So anyway, we see them walking around all the time, and But anyway, it's a really, people get attached to their pets. It's really a sad thing when they pass away. So,
I don't think so. I think people hate their pets and they
Yeah.
just are waiting for them to die. But
you're a bad person.
that's just my opinion. Maybe
That's
that's just me. I don't know. Maybe I am a bad person.
Well, maybe you
And
need
to the main topic today, we're going to talk about
Pet
we're
deaths.
going back to a type of episode we did before. It's called Old Timey Dentist.
Well,
We did this before where we were talking about slow and fast hand piece speeds. That was the last time we did this. I believe it was episode 24. Correct me if I'm wrong. Send in an email.
yes, anybody that's
Correct
checking
me.
these things, find it. Well, and again, the topic is dental materials, and I think back to when I first started.
Yes.
And I didn't. I'm not as old as I.
So I just before you get into this, we're gonna compare technologies then and now.
Perfect.
How they've evolved from their roots into where Terry started using them in his early dental school days up through the present time. So we're gonna be talking about quick cure resins and things of that nature, amalgams. Any other cool words that mean the same thing,
let's start off with the first thing.
Yeah,
so
go for it.
It's like people are like, well, I got a boat and I got some marine epoxy and that would work great for fixing my teeth. So let me read to you criteria that must be met before a dental material is brought into market. Dental material must not be poisonous or harmful to the body.
Okay, all right.
That's
Check.
number one.
That's
Check.
number one. That's
Number
a good
two.
number one.
Number
to be
two,
honest.
dental material must not be harmful or irritating to the tissue or the oral cavity. Number
Okay,
two.
not quite poisonous. Still
Number
irritating.
three, dental materials must help protect the tooth and oral tissues of the oral cavity. Kind of got a lot of orals in there. But anyway.
Okay, all right, okay.
No, that's number three. Number four, dental materials must resemble the natural dentition as closely as possible and is aesthetically pleasing, which dental amalgam looks like silver, so that's not really true. But
Well, that's early
that's
on,
number
right? Do they
one,
still
two,
use
three,
amalgams
four,
as
five.
much?
Some
Not
people
really.
do. We don't. Okay, number 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5, dental materials must be easily formed and placed in the mouth to restore natural contour. So used to be when dental composites first came out, you'd like mix two together like an epoxy, and then you had a certain amount of time to place it before it hardened.
Okay.
And the problem was you'd get the ratios wrong and the color would be off. Anyway, the last thing is dental materials must conform and function despite limited access, wet conditions, and poor visibility. In other words, you're like trying to frickin' work through a keyhole on somebody that's trying to run out of your room. So you're chasing them around, and there's saliva.
I'm so
and
sorry.
Yeah. So
you got to be able to work with it in those conditions.
right.
Is what you're saying.
Right.
Okay, I
yeah.
get you.
So and I never used the 2-part composite.
So let's talk about so let's go through the eras. We got before Dr. Terry went to dental school. What was happening before Dr. Terry went to dental school?
One
In
of the
70s, 60s, 70s.
So and we talked about this before, but we'll talk about it again. Amalgams are a mixture of mercury and metal shavings.
Yeah.
You mash them together, and there's a chemical reaction that causes that amalgam to harden.
Yeah.
And that's what they used to use that, and they would like prepare the tooth and then pack it down into the tooth. That
Yeah.
was one restorative material.
Okay.
Another restorative material would be like types of plaster where like different kinds like you would now use to set tile. Like in our entryway here, we have tile. You mix water with certain other components and it will harden like concrete.
Okay.
They used that kind of stuff. There was direct gold where you take pure gold and you pack it in. Pure gold is very soft, and if you get it to a powder form with enough pressure, it will kind of mold back together, and those are called direct gold foils. And so those are the earliest restorative materials. But like in Egyptian times, they would use, they'd try anything, man. There was no attorneys, so you could just do whatever you wanted to do, and just like, well, that cow dung and bird crap did not work out, and your breath smells pretty bad too. So, they would just try kind of whatever back in the day.
I guess that was before you were in dental school, but
that was my third year of dental school. So again, gold foils, amalgams. They used to take impressions with plaster. Like you take an impression of someone's mouth, you let it harden in there, and then you chisel it out, break it apart, out of their mouth and then form it back together, and that was kind of a mold of their mouth. So it was pretty barbaric, and that's why dentistry, has gotten a pretty bad reputation. But now we come up to more recent times. There's the advent of composite restorations, where sometimes it's a 2-part composite. You mix them together, and it's like an epoxy, and then it hardens.
Yeah,
and that was before my time even. But now you move into my era, where you have light cured composites.
Okay.
And that's still kind of the gold standard.
What were you learning about in dental school? Did you have light cured composites in dental school, or was
yeah. Those had been around for a while.
Okay.
I never used the mixture of ones, but basically you have to take a dental materials course, which is freaking really hard. I mean, there's a lot of different dental materials you have to learn about. There's lots of different things, and there's zinc oxide and eugenol, which is clove oil, and you mix it with a powder, and then it hardens, and that's a good temporary material.
God, cloves are so weird.
It's known as an obtundant, which means it soothes the nerve.
You're making that up.
A lot of people recognize the smell of clove oil in a dental office if you're old like me.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, all those materials can be used, and I used zinc oxide eugenol last week on a pediatric patient where I had to do a pulpotomy on a baby tooth. I mixed that stuff up, and I'm like, smells and music, that kind of stuff takes you right back to a certain era.
Yeah.
But whenever I smell that, I kind of think of dental school. But the thing about it is you have to know which materials to use for which procedures and what makes sense. But basically the gold standard now is composites.
Not gold.
Is
the composite standard these days.
Standard, yes, is not gold. The composite standard. I see what you did there. But light cured materials, now you have composites that are light cured that have porcelain micro little tiny chips of porcelain in them, so they'll harden but then have a good wear resistance because they have glass in them. So what they've done, the biggest issue with composites when they first brought them out is the shrinkage. They would harden and they would shrink and pull away from the edges, and then cavities would get down beside. One of the advantages to amalgams is that they have a corrosion layer between the composite and the tooth. It would corrode and oxidize, and it was kind of self-sealing. So recurrent decay around an old amalgam filling it's kind of got a built-in safety measure of that corrosion. So
that's so cool. I'm such a huge fan of like material sciences, and I feel like dentistry is where material sciences and the medical profession like perfectly intersect in so many ways.
Well, I mean, you think about, I don't know if you ever watched a video of a hip replacement.
I'm good.
Crazy.
I'm good on
that.
But
they do like a thing where they and then they take a steel rod, and they shove this the leg bone.
I'm beeping all of this out.
It is brutal. So compared to that, dentistry is kind. But anyway, getting back to the composites. So people coming out, I want porcelain fillings. Basically, if you get fillings in the on your teeth and it's tooth-colored material, it's going to be some form of composite. We mold it in there, and then we light cure it. That hardens it. But before you do that, there's certain things that need to happen. In our practice, we use rubber dams because it keeps spit off the tooth. If there's any contamination at all from saliva, then there is no bond between the composite and the tooth. And so we have a primer and an etch and all this stuff. We put it in there, we form it, we match the color. There's a huge amount of artistry to making it look like a tooth. And so I take a lot of pride in making sure that all my restorations are aesthetic. People say, are you an aesthetic dentist? Hey, everything I do is aesthetic. Anyway.
We've talked about this. Brutal dentists.
Yeah.
Brutalism dentists.
Yeah. But anyway, it's really important that you get good isolation and that you use the materials properly. You got a prime and an etch, and then you've got a bond, and then you put the composite in there and all this boring shit no one cares about. However, the end result is important because you have to blend where the restoration stops and the tooth starts, and you want it to look good. But what I was saying was you light cure this stuff, and there is a certain amount of shrinkage, not the Seinfeld shrinkage,
Okay.
But shrinkage
I have
of
no
the
idea what you're
material.
talking about.
Everybody out there does. So anyway, that's, again, the materials they get better and better all the time.
Yeah.
They're able to minimize the amount of shrinkage in the material. And the way you place it, you're supposed to place it in small increments, and the way you do it and where you cure it from. There's a ton of different techniques you can use to get the best result and make sure that the restorations last as long as possible. But I don't care how good of a job you do. The mouth is a very hostile environment for dental restorations. And so people have a tendency to think, well, you fixed it, it should last my whole life. And I'm like, well, I mean, people chew, they drink ice water, they drink hot coffee, they chew on pizza dough. There's all sorts of stuff your mouth goes through. So the best thing you can do is be kind to your teeth.
I only eat Jell-O and puddings.
Okay.
So
And
I should be
Skittles.
good, right?
Yeah, right. You keep your teeth clean, go to the dentist regularly, and go to a quality dentist so that the restorations are done properly. And the dental materials are really important, but the dental materials are only as good as the practitioner that's using them. That's a public service announcement.
It's like
right
a
there.
tool.
That's a PSA. Wait. Yes, PSA.
That's what PSA means. Yeah, you got
Right
it.
on.
You got that initialism
Nice.
going. All right. Well, with that, we are going to move on to my favorite segment of the show. I don't know about Terry if this is his favorite segment, but this is by far my favorite segment because I just sit back and let Terry talk. Here we go. Celebrity Smiles. We're not doing a Tooth Wars.
Okay.
We got Celebrity Smiles, 2 in a row. Random People Edition,
Okay.
Part 2.
Mickey Rourke.
Even more random.
Mickey Rourke.
That would be the exact opposite of
Carpet
random.
head.
Yeah, look
Have
up
you
a photo.
seen-
I'm not going to put a photo because I don't want to be mean, but go ahead and look up that carpet
Mickey
head photo of
Rourke.
Mickey Rourke. All right, here we go. The first person, random celebrities, is one, not one, Nicole Kidman.
Oh, God.
Nicole Kidman.
You know, she was married to Tom Cruise, right?
Oh, really? Is that true? I know that.
Seriously?
I don't care.
She was. So she
That Eyes Wide Shut, Tom Cruise.
is. So it's really hard to look past her lips. She's got pretty nice teeth, but
Yeah.
nothing on her is real or original.
Okay.
Yikes.
Again,
Her
this
teeth
is a
are
no judgment zone.
Her teeth are a 8.
Just
but
giving them an 8.
everything is so fake. on
Talk
her.
about them some more. Talk
Well-
some words about it.
Well, they're pretty nice, but her lips look so fakey, and
Yeah,
her face
that's-
looks like it's, oh my God, rubber stretched over a skeleton.
there's a
Yeah, her
there's
teeth are.
there's an episode of that show Doctor Who where they go really far into
A little bit of a
future.
gummy smile.
A little bit.
Yeah,
sure.
I'm going to call it a 7. Too much gum. Go
7.
ahead.
There's this episode of Doctor Who where they go to like far future of the Earth and they find the last human, and the last human is like so heavily
Modified.
that they're just a face on skin that's stretched on a thing. So they're literally just a face on stretched skin.
So Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, exactly, right. And so it's just funny.
That's where
when
it
you talk about
started.
stretched skin. That's what I think of. Let me try and find that because that's pretty
Oh
funny.
my God. Okay.
What was Nicole Kidman in? What do you got?
Eyes Wide Shut. What was she in? She was in tons of stuff. What movies was she in?
Yes.
Nicole Kidman was in Eyes Wide Shut. That's stupid.
I know, isn't that dumb?
Which reminds me, seeing that, of the you want to talk about weird. So this
I'm
guy,
all about it,
okay, all right, you might cut this out. This is how weird this is.
Okay.
This guy found out he had terminal cancer.
Okay.
So he got tattoos all over his back.
Yeah.
And all over his torso skin. When he died, he had a taxidermist take his skin off and make a jacket for his son of his skin. True story.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What was the tattoo like? Was the
I don't
tattoo of
remember.
like pinstripes?
I don't remember. It was seersucker.
That's staying in. That's worth it for that.
Seersucker suit.
All right, Nicole Kidman.
Wow.
Try not to watch Eyes Wide Shut.
Dumb.
Watch The Shining if you can. That's a better movie. Or
She's not in that.
No,
The Shining.
Stanley Kubrick.
Was he? Did he do?
He did.
The Shining. Oh,
He
okay.
did The Shining and
He's
Eyes
weird.
Wide Shut.
I don't like
Eyes
that.
Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide Shut.
The next random person who I want to give you a guess because we've got some extra time here. What's this next random person?
Juan
If you could
somebody.
Wow, you made it. No,
Juan.
who of all the people that you could this is a person that has one name. If that helps you, not Cher or Madonna
Prince.
or Prince. His name is a character.
Moby.
No,
That's a good guess.
that's
though.
a good guess. That's fair. That's a good guess.
Beck.
Danger Mouse.
Beck.
No, that is another one-name person. No. How many one-name people do you know?
God. Jesus.
Is that his name? I don't think
Jesus.
that's his name.
Is it Jesus?
It's more of his title than
Smith? Okay.
His name was Jesus Christ.
Oh. Whoops.
I'm bleeping that. One named people. It's hard.
Cardi
I'm gonna
B.
say it. The B is the second name. It's Cardi B.
Okay. It's hyphenated. So you
This person's name is Usher.
Oh, I hate that guy.
Usher. What's the song? What's Usher's best song? What's that? Do you know what it is?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
No. No. You don't know Usher's
got nice
main hit?
No.
Usher's main hit.
I don't care.
It's got Lil Jon in it. He goes, yeah. In the club with my homies, gonna
He's got nice teeth.
down with
though.
the low key.
I don't frickin' like it when they cover up nice teeth with a grill.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. He's got really nice teeth.
They are great teeth. They look nice.
Yeah,
they look
he's
great.
a good-looking dude. He's got a gold tooth in the back.
Gotta
there.
go for Usher, baby.
I mean, that's a frickin' jeez.
They're great teeth, man.
I'm gonna give him a 9.
A night?
8.
A night?
8.5.
Give it Usher an 8.5.
I hate rap singers.
No,
so
he's
I'm
not a
gonna
rap
have-
singer. He's an R&B singer.
R&B.
He's a sanger. He
Okay,
sang.
see, he looks like, it's hard because sometimes you pull it up when they're young. He's a 9.
He's got great teeth.
God, he's
I mean,
an 8.
Jeez. I mean, he's
He's an 8.5.
Do you think how natural do you think they are?
Pretty well. I can
takes
tell
care
you
of 'em.
that 8, 9, and 10 are crowns, but
Yeah. Well, those are the ones to do.
no, I think 7 through 10 are crowns, but they're nice.
Okay. Yeah, you can kind of see a
Could
little
be.
bit of a
But the
color
thing about it
difference,
is,
but it's hard to-
canines are always a little darker, and it looks
Yeah.
like 5 is probably
This
crown
one could
too.
be natural. 7 could
No,
be natural.
no,
all right,
for sure
whatever.
not.
Whatever.
And no, so but he's a 9. I'm gonna give him a 9.
All right, we're
what's the
giving-
name of the song?
We're giving Usher a 9. It's
Bohemian Rhapsody.
no, I don't know what the name. Just because that says rap in it, he's not even a rapper. It has Lil Jon in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember what the name of the
I don't
song
know,
is,
dude.
but it's
A hip hop.
No,
a hippie to the
it's
hippity
not
hip,
that. You're
hip,
gonna
a hop,
enjoy
you don't
this next
stop,
one.
A rock 'em with the bang bang.
You're gonna enjoy this next one because I know you, and you can't not judge people. So here we go. We're gonna be doing one.
Can't not judge people for
the
good grammar.
Carter, Lil Wayne. The Carter, Lil Wayne.
Okay.
He's just Lil Wayne. Just look up Lil Wayne. The Carter is his album. He is the Carter. Anyway, Lil Wayne's teeth. I want you to get a good look at Lil Wayne's teeth.
Okay. Man,
I hate Lil Wayne as a musician. I think he is a bad rapper. Also, Wiz Khalifa's bad. Fight me about it.
Wiz
people.
Khalifa.
Yeah, Wiz Khalifa's terrible. He just says paper in everything, every single rap he does.
So
Stupid. Try and find one without grills. I feel like that's not representative.
that is not a thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, he only has grills.
Wait.
Oh, what?
Lil Wayne's teeth before grills. Okay, that's grills.
Did he get permanent grills? Do you get permanent grills?
Perma grills.
This is a great question we need to ask. Are Lil Wayne's teeth only grills now? And also, how does he brush his teeth? Does he brush his teeth Does he use a diamond toothbrush? These are great questions. Does he just dunk his whole head in an ultrasonic bath? Yeah.
That's the closest thing I can find.
That's Lil Wayne.
His teeth are
That's what he looks
2.
like. Yeah.
That's not judgmental. That's fact.
No, that's I'm so
loud.
sorry.
That was loud.
No, it's okay.
He's a 2.
Don't listen to Lil Wayne. He's not that good. I don't like him. People like him.
Is he the one that says yeah yeah?
No, that's Lil Jon.
Lil Jon. Too many Lils.
He's the guy who goes, okay.
This guy does?
No, that's Lil Jon.
What's Lil
Jon
Wayne
does.
say?
Lil Wayne, he's a rapper. He has a specific style.
Okay.
He's not very good. People say he's really good. He's bad. He's not very good.
Okay.
Eminem destroys him every day.
Seriously?
Yeah.
You think Eminem's pretty good?
Eminem is a great rapper. Eminem is great. He's like old school too.
Okay. Drop the F-bombs. All right. Give us our last one.
That was the last one, but just because we're talking about rappers, I'm coming one straight off the dome. 4th special, never been done before. 4th person. We're going to do a rapper that just came to the top of my head. He's a pretty good rapper. His name is, and I hope people don't judge me for this. I think he's a good rapper. You better not judge me for this, people. Okay, his name is Logic. It's pretty good. He's younger. Logic Teeth. He did a thing
white.
with he is actually mix. He's mixed. He looks very white, and it's a huge part of his music is how.
So who is
people
the
don't think he's black.
Jewish rapper guy?
The Jewish rapper guy.
Hold on.
You're talking about Modest Yahoo? I don't think he's a rapper. You're not talking about Modest Yahoo, are you? I don't know anything about Modest Yahoo. Don't come at me. I don't have a Twitter, so don't tweet at me. I have an Instagram.
You've got a Facebook page.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
so
find my Facebook page. In high school, this is so funny. In high school, I don't know why I did this, but I asked a bunch of my friends to make a bunch of copies of TED work on Facebook. And so now there's like 10 different TED works on Facebook. And it kind of helps me not go back to Facebook in any personal capacity.
what do you mean?
I don't know.
I
There's
didn't
just
know
a
you
lot
did
of
that.
like
That's pretty
fake
dumb.
TED accounts.
Okay, he's got pretty nice teeth. I'm going to give him a 7.
You're giving Logic a 7.
Logic a 7. What's his most famous song?
Keanu Reeves. Let me pull it up. Yeah, one of his most popular songs is.
So look at his picture right here. He doesn't look like most rappers, but hey.
No, it's
put a picture right
here. It goes
here.
down here.
Oh.
It's down here. It's between us is where the images are.
Okay.
He's pretty good.
Keanu
He's all right.
Reeves?
Keanu
Okay.
Reeves. He's all right. Is there anything else that we want to talk about?
No, that's it. Dental materials was the subject of the second one, and it's just important. More important than the materials you use is how you use them. And again, one material in one provider's hands would be better than, in someone else's.
Sure.
So it's just a matter of commitment to excellence and use what you need to get the results you need.
Every time I think about gold foil, I think of the Rutherford gold foil experiment. Do you know what this is?
No.
You know what that is? It's a famous physics experiment.
Is that the cat in the box thing?
No, that's Schrodinger.
Okay.
That's the easy thing to remember. I can't believe you don't remember that one. This one, Rutherford, what he did is he took gold and he flattened it out to a molecule thick, and then he put it in between, inside of a detector, and then he shot laser beams at it. That's what I remember. Something about he shot photons or alpha particles at it.
And what happened?
And it went, basically all of them went through the gold foil without hitting anything, and it showed that atoms are mostly empty space.
Oh, gotcha.
It's a really cool experiment. Some of them bounced off, but he had a circular anyway.
Oh, right.
Physics
a
is
photon
cool.
detector. Okay.
Learn about physics if you haven't.
Woo!
But if you don't care about physics, thank you for listening to the Dental Works podcast. If you'd like to support the show, please give us a rating on iTunes or your podcast player of choice. And if you'd like to get in contact with the show or you have questions, please send an email to dentalworkspodcast@gmail.com. We may talk about your question on the show. Okay? We might do it. All right? If you're located in the Phoenix area and need dental work, please give us a call at 480-391-0099. Terry, thank you for joining me.
Absolutely. And buy our new rap album called Wrap It Up.
Good Work. It's going to be called Good
Work Squared.
Well,
Squared Work.
no, we have to spend 5 minutes and workshop the actual name. Workshop.
Workshop.
There you go. We did it. All right.
Some shit just
All right, we'll see you guys
happens.
later.
Take care.
This podcast was produced by T-Door Productions. Theme song written and recorded by Neil Hathaway. Vocals by Terry Work. Sound effects provided by freesfx.com and zapsplat.com.